Hi guys, welcome back to PhotoBite. I'm Josh and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Power Junkie V2 from Blind Spot. Let's get into it. So just like its predecessor, the Power Junkie V2 is designed to use NPF batteries, which are really wallet friendly. Instead of buying hundreds of Sony batteries, or in some case V-mount batteries, you can use cheap old NPF batteries that you can find everywhere, readily accessible, and they pretty much can power everything from the Power Junkie V2. I've had the original Blind Spot for quite a few years now and I've absolutely loved it. And we have been blessed by getting the Power Junkie V2 a little bit early. Now, my honest thoughts of this compared to the original one, which I've owned for quite a few years, is there have been things that have been nitpicking me for quite a while, and luckily it's been solved all here with the brand new version 2 model. So what's new about it? Well, it now has a hole right through the middle. So you can actually screw it directly to your camera, compared to the old method where it had a screw smack bang in the middle here, so not going all the way through, so I had to screw it to something else, and ended up being quite cumbersome. Now, although this one is smaller, this one has so much more capability in terms of how I can actually mount it to my camera. Pretty much slap it wherever I want. I can use my really handy tool here. Straight on the camera, and the connection is really sturdy. So I pop it in there, the lights will light up. I can take my barrel connector, plug it straight in, and I'm ready to go. It's really low profile on my system and really easy to use compared to my old one where I'd have to find a spot on it somewhere with this little mini connection here. So right here, like this, got my battery on there, and it ends up being quite a bit more cumbersome. The old one did have an old cold shoe mount on it, which ended up being quite fiddly, moving around again anyway, but compared to this new method, I absolutely love it. So the mounting solutions for the V2 are really versatile. Not only do you have the little hole in here so you can attach it straight to the camera, but they've also supplied this really cool zip tie feature. So you can literally throw a zip tie straight through this. Instead of using an old clamp or something like this, I can use a zip tie and throw it straight on the tripod. Get my battery. So with the Blind Spot now, with the hole inside of it and the little accessory that they've given you there for the zip ties, the options for mounting to whether it's a camera or a stand, pretty much endless. It's just so much easier than the old method here with just the screw hole and the cold shoe mount. I've had quite a few different power delivery devices over the years, and this one just encompasses everything that's great about all of them, all into one nice and neat package. And the next great thing about this is the faster power delivery. Not only can it charge batteries faster, it can also power more high ticket items compared to the old Blind Spot here. Now this one has USB-C on it for that power delivery. You also have a 8-volt output and a 12-volt output. So the camera I do have here is the A7 IV, and I'm connecting this via a dummy battery right here, plugged straight into the 8-volt, and this is gonna last hours. Now, if those blue lights on there do actually irritate you, you can actually just turn them straight off with a button and return them again straight away afterwards. But not only that, you can actually turn off the Blind Spot itself. Holding it down turns off the camera as well, so you can actually leave a battery in here compared to the old one where the lights are always on. Turn it back on, hold it. So you can use this button here to power down your whole system, which can save you battery life, and you can just leave the battery in here, just making it extra convenient for those long shoots. So this whole system here is all encapsulated, so you can actually just take this with you. You don't need an extra NPF charger. You have that fast charger built into the Blind Spot itself using that PD. There is another light on here as well, which is telling you when you're using your PD fast charger. For instance, if I plug back in this drone battery, and in here, we should see it light up. So it intelligently switches the voltage out depending on what device you actually plug into it. Up to 20 volts at 1.1 amps as well is capable from this device. For example, I can actually use this to charge my Steam Deck. So if I plug it into my Steam Deck first, and then straight into here, it intelligently switches over to that 9-volt signal. Now, it isn't powerful enough to fully charge this whilst it's playing and keep up with those really, really high ticket games. For instance, slow charger here, it is enough to stop it from draining really quickly, but amazing for just charging in my bag instead of carrying around another battery bank wherever I put them here. At the end of the day, it is only 20 watts, but it is much better than a lot of the battery banks you will find out there. So the amount of connectivity with the Power Junkie V2 is incredible. Not only do you have the smart delivery PD system here, you can actually buy like dummy versions of them as well, so you can get that 8-volt or 12-volt just from the USB-C alone, alongside having the barrel connectors here as well. So there is a lot of adaptability and versatility with the new V2 here compared just to the 5-volt old one. Now, blind spot originally come from the world of lighting, but they've become really well known for the Power Junkie here and now the Power Junkie V2, but their power delivery options, from what you can see from the cables and bits and pieces that can work with these devices, is really, really versatile. So if you are looking for a NPF solution to power your kit, do check out the Blind Spot's site, because they do have a whole bunch of versatile cable options to work with this to power your devices. Now, full disclosure on this video, Blind Spot did send out the version 2 to us to check out and review just before the Kickstarter. All of my thoughts about this are genuine and my own. For instance, I do love my original Blind Spot, which I purchased myself many years ago, which had nothing to do with them sending a free one or anything like that. This is just what I wanted and needed at the time, and the Blind Spot here replaces that perfectly. Now, if you do want to pick up one for yourself or check out the Kickstarter campaign, we do have an affiliate link in the description below. If you've enjoyed this review and overview of the Blind Spot Power Junkie V2, please give us a like, a share and a sub. It'd be very much appreciated, and check out the rest of our videos if you like. We've got loads more upcoming very, very soon. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Make the sunrise, sprinkle it with dew. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candyman bakes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. Dilla dilla.